Welcome to In-Laws and Crime. I'm Ashley.
I am Megan. This is In-Laws and Crime.
Yes, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, to our new setting.
Our, what do we call it? Our substitute.
Our substitute setting.
We are in a different location.
All the family is at the lake house, and we're not going to kick everyone out, so we could selfishly record our podcast.
Unfortunately, it would be frowned upon if we made everybody vacate the lake house, but we are here at Ashley's house today.
At my house today.
So today is New Year's Eve.
Yes.
When you're listening to this today, we're recording on New Year's Eve. So
on a Wednesday again.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy New Year.
2026. We were just trying to figure out what our resolutions and stuff were before we recorded.
I have a hefty list.
I do too. But we always do a word, like me and my friends. And I was telling Ashley last year, mine was compassion, which that bit me in the butt. So I was joking around with one of my friends and I said my word for 2026 is going to be cutthroat.
I like it though. I really like it.
I don't know. We'll try that one on for size and see how she goes. But
a lot of mine are focusing on myself.
Yes.
Self improvement.
Yes.
In about a million areas.
Yes. So. Hey, what's y'all's?
Yeah. What's your New Year's resolution?
Comment.
Jacob will never do one with me.
Yeah. I don't think Drew ever does.
No. I'm like, what do you want to do? What's your New Year's? He's like, nope. I was like, you good? You perfect the way you are?
You're good all around.
Must be nice. I'll make a list for you.
Yeah. I'll write down everything you need to do. And post it on the refrigerator.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you want to do? Okay. We got a lot, guys.
We have a lot. Let's start with the crime corner.
Okay, crime corner. This episode is a hefty one. Hefty.
Man, a lot has popped down over the holiday.
Man.
Yes.
A lot has popped off in Texas and here locally. So the first thing I had was, I'm sure everybody knows about the chase, this huge chase that happens. And I can't remember what date it was. And I forgot to look that up. But it was like several weeks ago. But it was a chase and it started in Lindale. And I'm pretty sure it ended in Tyler. But apparently a Lindale officer tried to pull this guy over and he pulled him over in the Cracker Barrel parking lot. And it says when the officer approached the vehicle, the driver drove away and began shooting at the officer.
Oh, I did not hear that. I knew there was a chase, but I didn't know there was gunfire.
Oh, he was shooting at them. So obviously the officer ran back to his car and started pursuing him. But as these cops are chasing him, I think he was going towards Tyler. Hold on.
No, I'm pretty sure I read that that they got him in Tyler.
Okay. Yeah. It doesn't ever say in this, I don't think. But anyways, he continued shooting at officers the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
They finally apprehended him, praise God, without anybody getting hurt, I don't think. Or at least it didn't say it in the article. But he was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, drug charges, burglary, failed to ID, and evading arrest. So
wow,
that was a big one. Then Montgomery County, Texas. This one came across my Facebook and I was like, what? A father in Texas rescued his teen daughter by tracking her cell phone after she was kidnapped by a man on Christmas Day. The teen, I believe she was 15.
Yeah.
This guy, this piece of shit, kidnaps this 15-year-old girl by knife point. Luckily, the dad had her location on her phone, tracks her down. And when he walks up to the truck, the guy's not in the truck, I don't think, at that point. But he finds his daughter in the truck and gets her out. And then they call police and the police come and arrest him.
And wasn't he young? He was like 23.
He was 23.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You are correct. 23. Yeah. I can't even pronounce his name. Last name's Espinoza.
Okay.
He was taken into Kentucky.
No. Well,
not in custody. He was taken into Kentucky.
Does it work like
all of our kidnappers, here in Texas?
Does it work like Louisiana, like for that James whatever Calvert? Yeah, that it doesn't count when you cross state lines.
Oh, it was hilarious. Okay, so anyways, he's currently in jail. So then On to the next, Rusk, Texas. I was just going to kind of give a little bit of an update because Ashley had mentioned this in one of our episodes about the older man that has gone missing. And he is still missing. He's 57-year-old Cherokee County man, James David Blount. And he went missing on December 2nd. There's a $30,000 reward if anybody knows about his whereabouts or his stolen car. So
his car was stolen?
That's what it says. It says a $30,000 reward for anyone with information about his whereabouts or his stolen vehicle. Yes.
Okay. For some reason, I was remembering when this first came out that they found his truck on the side of the highway.
I don't know. I don't think so. Not in this article that I read. It says, as of now, the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office and Hill Corp, a nonprofit based in Florida, have also been assisting in the search. And then they had a search on the day that I read this article, and the search was organized by a true crime creator, Nicole Morris.
I saw that.
Yeah.
She has a Facebook page or something,
yes,
right?
with her, along with her friend, Rachel Long. So they did a search and everything, or helped, put together a search for him. So if anybody, has any information on him or anything, be sure and contact Cherokee County Sheriff's Office. So on to the next. I'm sure everybody's been seeing this because it's been all over my stuff. The freaking 34 bodies that have been pulled out this year alone, 2025 alone, pulled out of the bayou in Houston.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
So fun fact though, me and my family, we went, we were going to go to the Renaissance Festival. I think I mentioned this in a previous episode. We ended up just going to the Houston Aquarium. And while we were there, my husband brought this up to me. I have never heard of this. And my husband, Drew, was just like, yeah, I think this is the place where they have all the bodies. And I just looked at him like, what?
Say what?
Did you just say to me? But anyways, a lot of, then all of a sudden, I guess they just pulled more bodies out here recently. And that's why all of a sudden this is kind of becoming a little bit bigger deal. So authorities have repeatedly insisted the high numbers are not a work of a serial killer.
I don't believe that.
I just beg to differ,
I just don't believe that. I haven't looked too far into this, but there's no way that 35 bodies just when do they ever? So in a short period of time.
Yeah. And so I think one of the things that was going around was, there is a lot of homelessness and stuff in Houston. And a lot of people were saying that, when homeless people die, a lot of their buddies just push them into the bayou, which, I guess I could see that happen, I guess. But in the same lines, over 34 of them?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That is not clicking to me.
Well, and some could be accidental too, so you could add that to the number. But
yeah, so it goes on to say 3 more corpses have been discovered this week alone. This was last week.
Yeah,
with 2 of those coming on a single day, Monday, December 22nd. So I get it. I guess if they want to be in denial and say it's not a serial killer. But you need to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Or fence up that bayou. I don't know what the hell. Okay. My last and final thing. Sorry, guys. I know this is a lot. But I've been meaning to mention this. And I'm sure a lot of people locally here know about Harley Morris, the 30-year-old chef that went missing, I think, January 21st, 2024. He is still missing. There's a lot of weird circumstances around his disappearance. And so I just kind of wanted to go over a little bit of detail. Approximately 3:09 a.m., January 21st, 2024, he was leaving the 50 Grand Club in North Tyler, was his last seen physically.
Whereabouts.
His final sighting was surveillance footage captured him walking along Grand Avenue later on a residential ring door camera at 3:16 a.m. on 27th Street. It just says it was a freezing and foggy night. He was walking in the opposite direction of his home without his cell phone. But that's the last time he was ever seen. I will put the link to his the Facebook page for him that I follow that just kind of follows updates and stuff. But if anybody has information on him. Just, I'm sure everybody sees his picture everywhere. So.
Yeah, I see it comes across my feed.
Yeah, I think about him a lot for some reason, and so I followed that Facebook page, and I've been meaning to mention it on this podcast, but kept forgetting. So there, I did it. Go follow that Facebook page. Okay, that's all I had. I know Ashley has one.
I just have one.
Yeah.
And it was that there was a shooting on December 29th, 2025 at the Valley Blues Club.
Yeah.
And it was gang related. And they think it was 3 different gangs that came together. And one man was shot and killed, and that was Aaron Lamar Jackson. He was 23 of Tyler.
Ugh.
And then another Aaron, actually, Aaron Gordon Johnson, also 23 of Tyler, is injured and still in the hospital, and was in the hospital last time I checked.
My goodness.
So, yeah, but they don't expect that this will, they don't feel there's any threat to the public because it was just gang related.
Yeah.
But still.
Dang. If y'all can hear...
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're recording at my house, and I
he
have
went to his bed.
Okay, good boy. My old. We were trying to figure out whose house would be more quiet.
Definitely this
mine
one.
without
definitely this one.
Without any little. Well, I only have one big dog.
I have 3 dogs, 2 cats, 2 kids.
So my dog is 11-year-old lab mix, so he sleeps.
Him a big boy.
Yeah, he sleeps a lot.
Oh,
so
don't
if you
look
hear
at me.
the nails on the tile, that's what that is.
Don't look at me, Apache.
Oh no!
He's
Yeah, don't
here.
make eye contact.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's like the
I can feel him looking at me.
Guys that work the kiosk in the mall, you cannot make eye contact.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
So before we get because I know again this is the longest that we've ever done a little intro, and
it's a lot. A lot has happened.
I have a major corrections corner.
Oh my gosh. I bet people are already like, I know what it is.
I know they do. I know they do. Okay, first I told you I would source where I got the information for the Texas 7, and it was a YouTuber that has True Crime Central is his channel on YouTube.
Cool.
So that was the video or the documentary that I watched. Okay. My other one is apparently I need a geography lesson for the state of Texas because
apparently a lot of people do.
I had no idea, first off, that Dallas, until a girlfriend of mine sweetly brought up, we were having dinner and we were talking about the podcast, and she's like, hey, so is Dallas in East Texas? And I was like, yeah, of course it is. And she's like, you sure? And I was like, yeah. And then a day goes by and I started thinking about it and just kept eating at me. And so I pulled up the map of East Texas and I was like, whoopsie. It's not. It's not. So my whole episode on the eyeball killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is just, it's next door.
Yeah.
It's right next door to East Texas.
So this was my deal because Ashley sends me this long ass voice memo, just mortified at herself. And I messaged her back and I was just like, I assumed, granted, we're based out of East Texas and we want to cover all the East Texas. Yeah. But we want to cover Texas too and our neighboring, areas. And so I just didn't even think about it. I was just...
Well, Dallas is the biggest city closest to us.
Yeah. Well, of course we're going to cover that
things
stuff.
Are going to go down in that area.
We would be silly if we didn't cover that. We also want to
follow the Houston, the bodies that keep appearing.
Yeah. It's Texas, guys. Oh my gosh. Yes. Anyways, don't feel bad, Ashley, and everybody else, because a lot of people, when we discovered this about Ashley, a lot of people did not know. So,
my husband didn't know. He was like, yes, it is. I was like, no, it isn't. And so he pulls it up because he's challenging me. He pulls it up on his phone. And he's like, oh, yeah. Yeah. None of us knew, apparently. Well, there's a big group of us that didn't know.
Don't ask me how I know.
Yeah.
I have no idea how I knew that.
I know. And then one of our listeners, a friend of mine, texted me and he's like, Kennedy, Texas is not by the coast, by the way.
While you're on your corrections corner.
And I was thinking to myself when I was looking at the map, I could see Kennedy, Texas, and I could see the coastline. And in my head, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not that far. Yeah. Apparently, it's a lot farther than I thought.
Well, Texas is a big ass state, everybody. So cut us some slack. Jeez.
All right. Thank you for coming at me. Thank you to my friends that came at me politely about how geographically challenged I am.
Now we know.
And now all
of you know that are listening. So there you go. Okay.
Let's jump in. I'm ready to hear
jump
this,
in. I have no way to segue into
I don't know what this is about. I know we've tossed his name around a lot, but I don't even really remember what this is about. So
yeah.
I'm excited.
So today my case is on Megan Holden. She was the one that was kidnapped out of the Tyler Walmart. So in Tyler. So here we go, everybody. And this one actually turned out to be a lot more detailed than I thought it was going to be, just because all of the footage that caught a lot of this stuff. Yes.
Okay.
Because you have to think, this was at Walmart. I mean, and even this was 2005. Even then, though, there was a lot of cameras in a Walmart. So, so for references, I watched this really cool documentary on, it's the See No Evil docuseries, season 3, episode 2, and it was called All Eyes on Megan. And then I got some stuff from kltv.com and abcnews.com. Okay, so we are on a Wednesday, January 19th, 2005 in Tyler, Texas. Megan Holden, she's a 19-year-old, is heading back home from attending classes at TJC. Megan had recently moved in with her older sister, Chris. She had been going through a rough time. 4 months earlier, Megan's long-term boyfriend, Damon, had died due to a severe asthma attack right in front of Megan.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
I mean,
that's terrible.
Horrendous. And side note, my husband has asthma, or had asthma. He's grown out of it, thank God. But when we first got together, he had a random asthma attack, and it freaked me out so bad. But he came out of it. But I freaked out because I know you can die from asthma. He, I guess, has been in denial. And he didn't realize you can die from an asthma attack.
Like,
well, yeah, dude, you're not breathing. Yeah. And he'll still to this day, like I was even telling him about this. I was like, Drew, guess what? Megan Holden's boyfriend died from an asthma attack. And he just looked at me like, I never knew that you could do. My God.
Sir.
Yeah. It's a miracle he's with us. So anyways, horribly, that's what happened to Megan. Her boyfriend died right in front of her from an asthma attack. I cannot imagine, because that's just horrendous to watch. She was feeling pretty lost and empty after this. And this was one of the main reasons for Megan to move in with her sister. She had previously been living with her mother, Sherry Dunlap, in Henderson, Texas. But after her boyfriend passed away, her mother had recommended she move to Tyler with her sister just for like a fresh start. And she was going to go to classes at TJC. And so that's what she did. The move so far was going really well for her. She had started the classes at TJC, like I had mentioned, and was also working the night shift at the local Walmart there. She was in classes for general studies, but was pursuing to be a respiratory therapist. And that was inspired by her boyfriend passing away. She also had just bought herself a brand new red Ford F-150.
Oh,
get it, girl.
Truck girl. Oh, for those of you that don't know, an F-150 is a truck.
Yes. And so she was extremely proud of her truck. Her friend Courtney said that Megan was finding her happiness again. She was looking forward to going to school and looking forward to the future. So on the night of the 19th, a couple of hours into Megan's shift, she calls to check in with her mom like she usually did on her break. They spoke for a while, and her mom remembered telling her that she loved her, and Megan had promised her mom that she was going to call her again around 11:30 whenever she ended her shift. But around 1:30 a.m., Megan's mother gets a call from Chris, her other daughter, saying that Megan had not made it home yet. And she had been trying to call Megan several times, but she wasn't answering. This was really abnormal for Megan. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry, guys. This is
Larry.
Yeah, Larry follows us. So this was really unusual for Megan because she would always respond to calls, call people right back. So it was freaking her and her, Sherry and her sister out. So Sherry starts frantically calling Walmart and the hospitals searching for Megan. She also called police and asked if there had been any wrecks or anything. And by 3 a.m., Sherry was in a panic, and she called Tyler PD to file a missing persons report. So Tyler PD officer Roger West responds to the call and begins his search at the Walmart around 4 a.m. When he arrives, he sees several employees out front of the Walmart just taking a break, like smoke breaks and stuff. And then a few of them like in the parking lot pushing the carts back up to the store. One of these people happened to be the night manager, and he confirmed with Officer West that Megan had ended her shift at 11:41 p.m., but no one had seen her actually like leave the parking lot.
Oh my gosh.
So Officer West leaves Walmart, and then he follows the route Megan would have taken back to her home just to see if there was a wreck or if she accidentally ran off the road, look for any signs of that nature. The weather that night was extremely foggy and visibility was really low. So this is why he kind of did this first. But unfortunately, he found no signs of Megan. So then he returns back to Walmart, and he's back there at around 4:47 a.m. He decides he wants to review the CCTV footage from Walmart, and Walmart happily hands that over to him. And then earlier that morning, he brings all of that back to Tyler PD. So Tyler PD investigators start combing through all of the footage. They finally come across footage of Megan at 11:41 signing out on, it's like this huge whiteboard that's in the back of the store. So she was doing that. And then they see her leave the store and walk out into the parking lot towards her truck. She then gets into her truck, but she does not drive off. Instead, she sits in her truck for about 7 minutes total. Then she gets back out of her truck, and she is seen walking back towards the Walmart. This time, she did not have her like uniform top on. She had taken it off and was just wearing a green striped polo top. So she had taken her Walmart uniform off and was walking back towards the store. She re-enters the store and is seen a bit later at 11:56 p.m. at a cash register checking out what looked like some groceries. So she had went to her truck and probably realized she meant to get a few things, went back in to grab those. After she gets the groceries, she walks back out, heading towards her truck again with her groceries. As she is about halfway across the parking lot, another person is seen trailing Megan and coming pretty quickly. Megan reaches her truck, and just as she reaches her truck and opens her door, the person is seen in the footage just barreling towards her. The footage is so grainy, though, which I'll probably say this several times. The footage is so grainy. You can just see him run, and it's far off, too. But you can see him run, catch up to her, and then all of a sudden they're in the truck. So
how scary.
I know, okay, man.
Honestly, one of my
biggest, he's all dressed in black.
Of course.
Yeah.
One of my biggest things, like my sister and I both share this fear, my younger sister and I, is I can't handle somebody running up behind me.
No.
I immediate panic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can imagine you hearing footsteps hitting the pavement coming towards you, the panic that I would be put in.
Yes. And so, I have to always, like this whole time that I was kind of going over this, I feel like we as women have pretty good intuition, and she probably knew somebody was coming behind her. She had to have known. Like, you can just feel it when somebody's walking behind you. Yeah. And so I'm sure she got to her truck just trying to hurriedly and open the door and get in. But you can tell. I mean, in that video, that poor girl didn't stand a chance. He came hauling ass towards her. So, anyways, so he swoops in. Whatever happens, and they're both now in the vehicle in about a minute.
Wow.
I mean, less seconds, because then about a minute passes while they're in the truck, and then the taillights come on, and then the truck is seen leaving the Walmart parking lot. At this point, the officers know this isn't just a simple wreck or runaway. So, obviously at the beginning of all of this, they were thinking, did she run away? Did she get into a wreck and we can't find her? This, that, and the other. They see this footage and they're like, oh crap, she's been kidnapped.
Yeah.
And so Detective Greg Roberts and Richard Cashel returned to the scene of Megan's attack to search for any leads. in any kind of violent crime, especially a missing persons or abduction, we pretty much all know the first 24 to 48 hours are just
crucial.
So freaking critical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crime scene techs and investigators scour the area. They do find a blood stain in the area where Megan's driver's side door would have been.
No.
Yeah.
So he injured her in some on the passenger side door, you said?
So that they didn't, her vehicle wasn't there. They find it in the parking lot, in the same parking space that Megan's truck was at.
Yeah.
They find a blood stain there on the asphalt where
okay.
Yeah, they find a blood stain on the asphalt where her truck would have been. The driver's side would have been.
He ran up to it and immediately stabbed her.
So,
I guess.
So they find that, and then they send that over to the lab for testing, which is going to take a little bit of time.
Right.
So at this time, Megan's family have been at the police station now, just kind of camping out and staying there for any updates or anything. 12 hours after the attack, police share some of the details they have collected so far with the family, hoping that maybe they can give them some sort of insight into any maybe odd behavior they see on the cameras or whatever. But this includes them showing them that CCTV footage of her being basically kidnapped. And I cannot imagine as a mom seeing that happen.
Seeing your daughter, yeah.
Yeah, even though the footage is so grainy, it's just, I can't imagine.
So let me ask you this. You may get into this in a minute, but was there CCTV footage of him in the store? Do they have that?
I'll get into it.
Okay. Let me not jump ahead.
Ashley's like, I want to know it all now.
Give me all the deets.
I need it all now. So they show the family that, which they couldn't really offer anything. And so later, so the lab results finally come in on that blood stain, and it was not Megan's blood.
It wasn't Megan's blood? So, I'm sorry. So we just have a random blood spot in a Walmart park. You know what? That tracks.
It's the Tyler Walmart.
That tracks.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. But what are the odds, though, in her part? Well, you know what? You make it. Let me calm down.
Right there in the same parking spot.
I'm getting worked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting worked up. Blah, 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 blah. The lab results, yes, not Megan's blood, which is a good thing. At least it's not her blood. So the detectives start digging into Megan's life, really digging in. They question her mother on if she was a party girl, who she hung out with, did she do drugs, etc. Megan's mother reveals that there is a new boyfriend on the scene. So there is a new guy. And it's a friend of Megan's brother-in-law named Daniel Nealing. Obviously, they start questioning her and try and get as much details from her as possible about Daniel. Their suspicion grows when they learn that Megan had actually planned on seeing Daniel right after her night shift that night. They then review Megan's cell phone records, and they find that Daniel had called Megan at the same time she had walked to her truck the first time. So when she was in her truck for that 7 minutes or so before she re-entered the store to get groceries, it showed on her phone records that she had been on the phone with Daniel. So the question was he setting her up for this attack, or what was that all about? At this point, officers go to where Daniel lives. They want to question him and also see if Megan's truck or Megan is there at his house. When they arrive, though, they find none of the three. They obviously look suspicious. Where is Daniel? So they couldn't find him either.
Oh, wait, he wasn't home.
No, none of them. Daniel, Megan's truck, nor Megan were at Daniel's. So they're like, okay, well, where is Daniel at? So I keep losing my place. Dang it. So then they go back to the station to review more footage. So as all this is going on, this is all popping off very quickly, hours. They go back to the station because Walmart's CCTV system that they had was still pumping them more footage.
Wow. So
they go back to review some more that had came in. And they were now looking to see if Daniel was seen anywhere in the store as well, and to see if they could get a better view of the attack that actually happened. The Walmart parking lot there in Tyler had over 20 cameras in the parking lot alone.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay, Walmart.
Right. So investigators are going to be able to get a multi-view breakdown of the actual crime. They start the analysis at 11:57 p.m. with a camera that's directly over the store entrance. So it's kind of hovering over down at the entrance. They see Megan leave the store for the second time. As she crosses out of the frame, the camera, they see someone dressed in all black, and he's waiting by this front entrance outside, like outside of the store. And it appears that the abductor is carrying what looks like a huge gym bag. He is seen following Megan out of frame. They can only see his legs walking out of that frame, off of that camera. So they switch to another camera, which overlooks the middle part of the parking lot. And they see Megan and the man that's dressed in black with his gym bag closing in on her as she's innocently just walking to her truck. Unfortunately, the footage is so low quality and they couldn't get any solid details on him. They could, however, get like a basic height, just comparing him to like the vehicles that were in the parking lot. And they estimate him to be around 5'10" to 6 feet tall.
Okay.
Which is, I mean,
average.
Not a lot to go on there.
Yeah.
We're looking for a man.
Yeah.
5'10" to 6 feet tall.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not until 15 hours later after Megan's disappearance that officers finally get a pretty good break. Megan's family tracks down her boyfriend, Daniel. And they convince him to turn himself in for the questioning.
I'm sorry. He wasn't just going to volunteer.
Right. I didn't ever get any details on that. And I was like, okay, good job, Megan's family. Damn. They hunted him down and was like, you better get up there.
Yeah. Way to look suspicious.
Right.
Danny.
Mm-hmm. He would have shown up there with a few black eyes if it was my family.
Oh, right.
So he goes up there, and Detective Cashel and Roberts questioned Daniel, asking him about the last phone call with Megan. Daniel denies being anywhere near the Walmart, and he said he always talked to Megan after her shift, so that wasn't abnormal for that phone call. His story doesn't fully convince the detectives just yet that he's innocent, though. In the documentary, I swear, one day when we're big and we have merch,
Can't wait for that
to
day.
this. In the documentary, Detective Cashel says, quote, because in God we trust and all others are suspect.
Yes.
I was like, yes, Cashel, yes. That, you know what? That is my quote for 2026.
There you go.
In God I trust, all others are suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you and good night. So officers continue to spool through hours of CCTV footage, and others try and trace Megan's cell phone. They know that she had it when she was abducted. They find that 2 hours after Megan's abduction, her phone pings at a cell phone tower just 10 miles away from the Walmart. Officers go to that exact area and search the whole area where her phone was pinging at, but come up empty-handed. They don't find anything. An officer that had been combing through the CCTV footage spots something 10 minutes before Megan's attack. He actually finds when Megan is going back into the store, she passes right by that man that's dressed in all black with his gym bag.
So he'd been hanging out at the front doors.
Yes. And also this shows officers she had no idea who this man was. So it wasn't Daniel.
Right.
So,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So she had no idea who this was. Like I just said, this tells officers that Megan had no idea who he was, which means it wasn't Daniel. Looking further into the footage, they find a very strange sequence of events about 45 minutes prior to Megan's abduction. Megan's attacker is seen walking into the store and going into the men's restroom, then exiting a few minutes later. Unfortunately, the footage, once again, is still super low quality, and there is never any like straight on view of his face. He's also wearing a cap, a baseball cap, so you can't see his face really well. He's then seen exiting the building, and on that camera, which is closer to the door on the outside, catches a grainy side profile of the abductor. And it's like down at ground level now, this other camera that I'm talking about. It sees him exiting the store on the outside, and it catches just his side profile.
Okay.
Still super low quality, but at least they kind of have a little bit more detail of like his face shape and everything. So this will be crucial in identifying him. So they'll be able to compare this whenever they figure out. They continue to follow him through the cameras and see him acting very strangely. He is seen standing by the entrance of the store holding his gym bag, pacing. So, like in the documentary where it's showing you.
I'm sorry, my dog is having a drink.
I wonder if we're gonna catch it. He's him chasing a rabbit.
Yeah, he's chasing something. He's barking, and I can hear his little feet.
Oh, now he caught the rabbit.
Sorry if you end up hearing that.
But in the documentary, it's showing you obviously all this footage, and he just kind of is just walking out, and then he'll come back. And
so his intent that night was clearly to abduct.
Oh, you're
someone.
about to see.
Okay.
Yeah. So it shows him kind of pacing very strangely in the parking lot. And he's still holding that gym bag. At one point, a younger woman walks out of the store pushing a cart into the parking lot, and he starts trailing this woman. He follows her, but the girl packs her car up and leaves the parking lot just before he reaches her. And it is terrifying to watch in that.
Oh my god!
To watch that footage. She's acting, and I saw her. Because she's doing the thing where you get on the cart and you like pick your leg up and you're like on the cart and you just kind of push it and it pushes.
Oh, yes,
you go with it. Mm-hmm. She was doing that, and her cart was pretty full. She had some groceries in it. And she's by herself. She looks younger though, and you can see her, just going towards her car, and he sees her, and he's probably like, I mean, he's not that far behind her, but right when she gets up to her car, she literally just throws all of her stuff in, gets in, and as she's pulling out of the parking spot, he's coming between the cars right up to her where she was parked at. And then it shows her pulling out of the parking lot, and he just kind of stands there for a second and then looks around and then walks back towards the Walmart.
I'm going to say this. I used to work at a wedding facility off of 110. And so weddings on the weekends go really late.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many times as a 20-year-old girl that I was in that Walmart after midnight.
After dark.
If I was like, oh my gosh, I gave my dog his last cup of food. Like, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times. And I would have been...
We're the same age.
Yeah, right. The same age as her.
This is 2005 and she was 19.
And that was when I was waiting.
Yeah.
I was waiting tables for this wedding facility.
Yeah. Terrifying.
So I'm just like, I was sitting here thinking about I was like, oh my God, I have been at that Walmart and I've had my ass chewed by my mother for doing that very thing.
I know.
Because I was a young single girl, walking into the Walmart.
I'll never forget when I started dating Drew, and when he lived with his parents in Tyler, and I mentioned something about stopping at the Walmart, and this was later in the night, and I was going back to where my parents lived, back to my house, and Steve, Drew's dad, who at this point, this was 2005. So Steve he wasn't head over the investigative unit yet, was he?
He was assistant chief of police, I think, at that point.
So he was like, whatever you do not stop at that Walmart. He's like, don't you do it.
And meanwhile, there was me.
Yeah.
Bebopping my way
Bebopping into the store. So it's terrifying to see that. Because it's something we all do. It's just insane.
I mean...
So I put creepy as this all happens while Megan is still in her truck the first time. So
this abduction that he tried to do the first time was when Megan was
in her truck.
Okay.
Yes, the first time for that 7 minutes.
Yeah, that she was probably
talking
on the phone
to Daniel. Yeah. So all this happens when she's still in her truck the first time. He is then seen turning back around and going back towards the front entrance of the store. And then just 12 minutes later is when Megan comes out the second time.
Had she not gone back in, bless her heart.
I know. This confirms two extremely scary details to the police. One, this was a true predator on the prowl. So he was going to kidnap somebody one way or another, which is absolutely terrifying. And number two, this was a stranger abduction.
Yeah.
Which is extremely hard to track and find out because there's no ties there.
This is also wild to me to think about, is that how active Walmart was at that time.
Oh, in the footage, it's full.
Yeah. So I'm like, how, and now
it's like, granted, Megan's truck in the footage, and it was confirmed her truck was like the furthest back in the parking lot because she worked there.
Right.
So they kind of park way back there. And in the footage, she has to walk, when they're leaving everybody parks towards the front. So once she kind of gets midway through the parking lot, there's not that many cars anymore and everybody's not out there.
Yeah. But like you were just saying, like the police showed up to talk to people and there was a group of employees like out there taking their break. So, I mean, you always see them out there in their little gazebo doing their thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
So that's wild.
And he just did it so quickly to Megan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane to watch.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. So it's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's really sad.
So like I said, it was a stranger abduction, which is extremely hard to track. He was going to do this to someone, whether it be Megan or someone else. The circumstances, unfortunately, just came together better for her. Then, Friday morning, 26 hours after the attack, Megan's phone registers another ping.
Okay.
A cell phone tower in New Mexico, 800 miles away.
In New Mexico.
In New Mexico.
Oh, I did not see that happening.
So obviously, Tyler PD makes contact with authorities out west to inform them of what's going on and to see if they can help assist them. While all of this is going on, 900 miles further west in Bowie, Arizona, a shop owner has shot an armed robber.
Okay.
The wounded robber escapes though into the night in a red Ford F-150 truck. An officer in Arizona suspects that this robber is going to seek some treatment at a local hospital. So he stakes out the parking lot there. Officer listen to this name, Wendell Crandall. Wendell Crandall of Wilcox PD sees the suspect actually pull into the parking lot just like he suspected he would. And an injured man walks into the ER entrance. Officer Crandall runs the plates on the Ford and then he finds out all of this stuff because Tyler PD, he gets in contact with them on, all of this stuff because they obviously had put a big, I forgot what they're called on that truck.
A bolo,
thank you. Crandall contacts Tyler PD and learns that the injured robber fits the exact description of Megan's attacker. But as he looks at the truck, he goes walking up to it. He doesn't see Megan anywhere, like in the bed of the truck or inside the cab. So the officer then goes inside the hospital to the room where the robber is to pay him a little visit.
Mm-hmm.
Officer Crandall remembers thinking this could go south really fast, which I can't imagine. I'd be like, oh crap, do I have to go in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he knew if he didn't go up there and get this guy, their chances of finding Megan would go back down to zero.
Right.
So he walks into the room and he's acting like he's there to help find whoever shot him, the robber.
Okay.
He's like, I'm here to help you, buddy. But while the guy has his head kind of turned and he's talking to a nurse, Officer Crandall whips out some handcuffs and handcuffs him to the bed really quick.
Yeah, he does.
Yes. He said the guy started like saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? And Officer Crandall said, the only thing that I said was, what do you know about a missing girl named Megan? And the guy clammed up and wouldn't say anything.
But he knows a lot.
Yeah. The man obviously denies knowing anything about what Officer Crandall's asking him about. So the officer contacts Tyler PD to let them know that he's got the guy in custody. They ID him as Johnny Lee Williams. They compare him to the CCTV footage, and it matches that side profile perfectly. They then learn that Johnny had served in the military.
Uh-oh.
He was a Marine.
Oh, no.
On leave. He was on leave appealing a discharge for marijuana use that had occurred in February 2004, the year prior. This really justified to them the style in which he attacked Megan, her being ambushed and captured in seconds. So that is terrifying because we know Marines and a trained Marine doing that would be, you probably don't stand one bit of chance. No chance.
I'll tell you this, that my husband is Marine and then, or was a Marine. And then my stepson is one too. And he's active still. And this, that boy tries to love to wrestle with me.
He always has.
He always has.
And he's a giant.
But now he has tactics.
Yeah. Now he's trained.
Yeah, like I have no.
You better not come at me, Sam.
I have no chance
Aunt
against
Megan will
that
still whoop your ass.
gigantic guy. Yeah, but
He
anyway,
is so tall.
yeah, and he has me in. This is going to sound terrible. It's all playful, by the way. It's I am not in danger. Like don't see me like blink twice,
Ashley.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
But yeah, he'll have me in a headlock within seconds. I'm like, what is?
I know. Jeez,
I'm cooking dinner, by
Yeah.
God.
let me finish.
Yeah. So funny.
But yeah, that just goes to show you, like when they're out for it.
Right. If he
I
really
can't
wanted
imagine.
to snap my.
Yeah, he'd do it with ease.
I didn't think about the fact that I live with two killers, and
You do. I don't. Luckily, my husband said no, thank you to the military service.
I shouldn't say killers, but the ability to kill. I guess.
Yes.
Self-defense.
I say that. My husband's done some.
Oh yeah,
He probably should have.
Drew can stand his own and has stood his own.
We won't go into details on that one.
I'll cover Drew in my own episode.
The hideaway hero.
He is that way.
Oh, anyways. Okay. So, like I said, he was on leave for that marijuana use. And then upon further digging, they learned that Williams lives in the exact same location that Megan's cell phone had pinged 2 hours right after she had been kidnapped. So they go to where that's at, and it's at a trailer. They go there, they search. They still don't find Megan. They did find a Walmart card that belonged to Megan. And they also find some used condoms and some strands of long brown hair in the bed.
In the bed of the pickup?
In the bed of the trailer. I'm
sorry,
the home
bed
of Johnny.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
sorry.
Uh-huh.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. They didn't find any blood or like signs of a struggle though. So this was still continuing to give them hope that Megan was maybe alive somewhere. That next morning though, 400 miles west of Tyler, around 8:45 a.m. in Stanton, Texas, oil field workers came across the dead body of a young woman. She had been shot several times and it had appeared to be dumped there. Tyler PD confirms that it's Megan Holden. They then informed Megan's family. Megan's mother remembered, "This freaking shattered me." In the documentary, Megan's mom said that when officers came to tell her that it was Megan's body, she already knew. And she said, "The reason I knew is because I couldn't feel her anymore."
Oh. Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But she said, "I just couldn't feel that bond anymore. It just wasn't there anymore," which is, I just can't imagine. Okay, I can't do that. Don't cry. Williams pleads guilty to capital murder, but Sherry, Megan's mother, asked to waive the death penalty if she can sit with her daughter's killer face to face. She wants Williams to explain to her exactly what happened to her daughter to her face.
Okay. The only reason I would want to be in the same room with my daughter's killer
Is to jump across the table.
is to kill them myself.
Yes.
Right. Is
yes.
to murder them myself. An eye for an eye. So she's like, hey, if you'll tell me my daughter's last moments, then I'll ask for the death penalty to be taken off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Really? What are you going to get from that?
I don't know.
There's no
Some
way you're
people
going to
want to know. She said in the documentary she wanted to know just because her brain would not stop trying to put it together. Like her brain just wouldn't let her stop trying to piece it all together of what exactly happened to Megan. And I mean, I guess some people are just like that. They want to know those details. I know I certainly wouldn't.
Right.
But I mean, that was closure for her, I guess. And he did. Williams sat. So she wanted him to tell her face to face. Williams does this and recounts his versions of the event.
Right. Because Megan can't speak for herself.
Right.
So
he says that night he needed a car and he chose to go after a quote, sweet looking teenager. But obviously he could have just taken her car keys.
Right.
He could have just taken the freaking car keys, but he didn't. He then took her to his house where he raped her and then drove her further out west. At one point, Megan fights back and is trying to escape him. And that's when he pulls her out of the truck and shoots her and dumps her there. Williams was sentenced to 5 consecutive life sentences. As of 2025, Johnny Lee Williams Jr. is at the James V. Aldred unit in Iowa Park, Texas. And that is that.
So he didn't give her anything. He's like, yeah.
Which I don't know. I mean, there could have been more details. That's all I got.
That's all they told you in the documentary. Katie.
Yeah.
But I would think that if he was like, yeah, I tortured her for 6 days and then repeatedly and all this, like, so she got that he raped her. And then when she tried to fight back for her freedom and safety, then he shot her. That was it. So he got off the death penalty for those 2 details.
Yeah. I mean, and some people, that's what they...
I mean, and I know people have very mixed feelings about the death penalty, and I totally understand that. Yeah. But, like, I just don't understand why she wanted those final details.
Yeah. Different person. I guess. Some people, that's closure to them, is knowing those exact details. I am not one of those. I'm not one of those.
I think I just, in my head, I'd want to know that you went quickly, I guess.
Yeah. Which I guess she found that out. It's just so heartbreaking all around. And the whole time I was researching this case, like, once again, this is another girl that was our age.
Yeah.
Around our age.
Yeah.
And the fact her name was Megan was,
I know.
kept really freaking me out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Megan and Ashley. Like,
yeah. We're pretty common names. Yeah.
So common.
Yes. But that is it.
Oh, how terrible. So
I know. And I remember when this happened. And then when I started dating Drew, you know, coming to Tyler a lot more, I was just, you know, I knew when we started this podcast, she was one that I really wanted to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go.
Well, thanks for that, Megan.
You're welcome. You are welcome to bring you that little downer before the new year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Okay. Well, next time is Ashley's. So buckle up, Buttercup.
Yep. No idea what I'm doing.
Well, I know 2 of them that you've been toying with.
Well, and I ordered a book on another one, but it's not going to come in on time for me to cover that one. But yeah, so
okay.
I know I really need to sit down and figure that out. So
it helps so much when there's documentaries.
Oh, it really does, because they do all the research for you.
Yeah. And it helps. Betty Beats had a whole book that helped. So books help too.
Yeah.
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 Well, come back next time. We hope everybody has a great and happy New Year.
And safe New Year if you're popping off fireworks and doing all the things.
Yes. Don't get murdered, and keep your roots deep.
And your head.
Wait.
Don't put it on a swivel yet.
Don't put it on a swivel yet.
If Megan had her head on a swivel.
What?
If Megan had her head on a swivel.
I would have seen that we didn't say anything about follow us on all of our socials.
Yeah.
Email us
at inlawsandcrime@gmail.com
if you have a tale of your own.
Or a recommendation.
Like, subscribe, and share. And okay, now keep your roots deep
and your head on a swivel.
Bye.